Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. That's Diamond Dave Damone. This is the Appleton Oak. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today we're getting back to The Bear, Season 4, Episode 3. Don't judge me, but I really want to see who Francie Fack is. That's kind of overtook me a little bit. I know big stuff's happened at the restaurant, but I got to see that.
Is this the episode? Look, the Fack family has been amazing. We got John Cena, we got the uncle, and you wake up in Valhalla. Is this the episode where we get Francie Fack?
I'm really looking forward to seeing what is going to happen in this episode. Lots of great stuff happened with pretty much every character. In the last one, maybe not so great for Richie because he's struggling on his speech, but either way, we're getting some progress on a lot of stuff. Let's go! A little salt.
Scallops.
I like scallops. Not like crazy about them, but I like
I don't know
them.
if I've ever had them. See, this is the calmness that would be Sydney's restaurant.
I don't know if you remember correctly, Quinn, but Carmy's like, what do you want to do?
Yeah, it's all on you now.
Well, I think this is just really representative of like when there's not the pressure and there's not the people out waiting for the food and there's not all of that and the hustle and bustle, like how relaxing and, you know, even therapeutic.
And that's when she enjoys it.
That's
I bet.
when I
not the pressure cooker of everything.
Same with Carmy because of those, those shots that we got of him being in the garden, smiling. Mm-hmm. It's just when everyone's, like you said, in this pressure cooker.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, we're going to have less ingredients on our dishes, so she's probably trying to make more with less.
Yeah, trying to figure out what has them, trying to maximize their impact of flavor.
Oh, that was very calming. We had a warning for coarse language, though, so I feel like it's limited. Okay, 3 elements.
Nailed it.
Perfect.
So it's all right?
It's better than perfect.
That's huge. Yeah.
Put it up.
Put it up.
It's like validation.
Yeah. I was waiting for her to get like her F yeah moment.
I know she's alive. She texted me.
Don't get mad at me for saying this about your mother, but I don't think you want her there.
No? I don't know. I feel like she's winning.
She already lost, pal. They're gonna come in, but then she's gotta leave early, I guess, because
No, because she's got rehearsal.
this girl gets on everything because she's fucking talented. I should have been a fucking actor. Fucking phenomenal. Fucking gravitas, baby.
Worried?
No, we're doing great.
And you're feeling so good that you're going to come to the wedding, right?
Bro, pass.
You know, actually, no, Tip, I gotta, oh shit. I gotta take this. I got the other line here. I'll call you back.
You know, glad some folks answered my question if it was selfish of her to ask that. Like in a fair way. Not like,
I screwed up. Was me.
Jimmy.
No offense, I think a lot of kids around here are a bunch of fucking JOs, you know? I mean, I didn't grow up with JOs like that. JOs I grew up with didn't have any money. You know, we didn't get
That
a
is the
fucking
house,
Ferrari
isn't it?
when we
Yeah.
turned 6.
They're selling the house.
Makes me so happy that you, my son, not a fucking JO, not by a long shot. Cannot imagine what it must be like to be 13 right now. See the world through your eyes right now.
just waiting on that doorbell.
The newly renovated DiGiulio custom kitchen. They're bamboo handles, they're Gucci. They're beautiful, right? I mean, it's sexy, very, very sexy. I mean, get out of here, right?
Here's an idea. You can kick me in the fucking nuts. Right in the fucking dick. I'm begging you.
What is going on?
Just try to get his kid to talk any way he can.
Apparently the bear is hurting Jimmy more than we thought.
Well, we don't necessarily know if he's just moving.
Hey,
Albert
Rob
Schneider.
Reiner. Wow. Rest easy, Rob.
Oh,
Man.
Wow.
what a surprise.
I will have imparted to you all the wisdom that I have acquired in my 70-plus years on this planet. You can take notes. You have to find your passion. If you want to be your own boss, you...
I have everything.
Yeah, here you go.
Jesus, you don't fuck around, do you?
I'm getting really intrigued by this Ibra's story.
Yeah.
I have a Chenin Blanc. It'll make the strawberries pop. Should I run it? Perfect, chef.
Oh, we got some cohesive. Wow, look at that.
Look at that. Oh, Dad.
Wow.
This is the first time we're seeing anything about Dad.
Yeah.
Marcus.
Yeah, we never heard anything about it.
Reopened. We were called the original beef, and now we are
There, yeah, no, I know. The sandwich is excellent, but the restaurant I'm hearing is hit and miss. I read about you in the
Tribune.
Which is why the review is so important. It's already setting people's perceptions without even really being there.
A nice piece of fish, right? And it's really subtle and delicate. And it only costs like $50 a bottle. It tastes like it's about $200 a bottle.
Well, I like that. That's very impressive.
That means you can charge $200.
Family from Los Angeles. The parents are social workers, and their daughter's been cancer-free for about 6 months now. Asking if we could serve the Italian beef at night.
Well, thank God they only asked for a beef. Fucking surprise budget's been eviscerated.
She did mention that her daughter's always wanted to see snow in Chicago before to bring them back in December.
Richie's got an idea.
Make it snow?
monthly takes from Italian beef a year ago.
And now it's 75% of that, which by my rough calculation is less.
Third of the labor and a third of the time.
Making sandwiches?
2 hours a day.
Okay.
They're only doing 2 hours and they're crushing and selling out?
Holy shit.
Just making sandwiches for lunch, that's it.
Well, I've seen it with like some pizza stores too, where like...
Oh boy.
It's your
Oh, I thought it was
dad.
going to be our guy from the other restaurant.
I know you're busy, but I love you.
That's what we all need to do a little bit more of. Just call your loved one saying, hey, don't worry about answering.
Yep. Don't
I
have
love ya.
anything to say. Yep.
Don't do it. Dad left me a weird voicemail. He wants to hang out.
You don't want to hang out?
Nah, not really.
Just let you know that I'm probably the last person on earth that would have anything helpful to say about this, like, at all.
I know. That's probably why I told you.
Okay. What do you need? Like extra prep time or what?
Different kind of help.
Well, what kind of help?
Need firepower.
Okay, heard. Yeah, let me think about that.
Well, they can't bring on any extra hands. Computer wanted to get rid of Marcus.
Yeah.
You think about your dad?
No, not really. Listen, there's probably one really true thing about restaurants.
What's that?
You are never alone.
That's a good point.
I'll see you in there, okay? You want this? No?
Great talk between those two.
Nobody? Oh, fuck. Nobody's serious. You know, a couple good questions. Listen, I did make up some shit about the kitchen, though.
Gucci inspired.
This is looking pretty good.
This is elaborate. I like it.
That's a good combo.
You're gonna get fucking electrocuted. All three of you are holding the thing. It's in the fucking water.
He's right.
I don't have
It doesn't
gloves.
matter.
Well, you're
Can I borrow your really organized? You're pissing me off. No, I'm not.
No, I'm not.
How many more of these can we do? I don't know. Let's just, make it through the night. What do you say? Let it rip.
Let it rip.
Let it rip.
Surprise, I'm 15 walking. Behind.
Give me that.
Nope.
Give it to me.
Carmen, do not fuck.
Give it to me.
Carmen, this is important. Do not fuck with.
Trust me. Give it.
Okay, well, he gave it to him.
Hey, okay, he's working with him.
Yep.
He's going to make it look great.
Oh, they're going old school with it.
Oh, real old school. Instead of just on a plate.
Yep.
And this is going to some trust between Richie and Carmy. This is huge.
And now Richie's observing. Did you see that? Oh, right in the center. Ah, see?
It feels like it should feel, not just on a plate, right?
Yep. It's the authentic experience.
The original beef of Chicagoland. We could not let that happen, not on our watch. So on behalf of everybody here at the Bear.
Oh my God.
Manja, baby! Sir, I apologize. I did not think it was going to be that loud.
Do not apologize.
Oh,
That's the guy!
That's the critic.
That's the guy!
What I'm about to tell you, I'm gonna have to kill you, but I can get you one of those beefs if you want.
Waiting for you to ask.
The wish is my command.
He's gonna. Now we're gonna nail it.
Yep.
Fire another beef. What's up? It's a fucking banger. Yo, fast! Showtime!
All right, let's see the snow.
Marcus!
Oh, God, like, I'm so nervous for this part.
Second counts. Great pace. Yes, chef.
Oh, fuck this moment, guys.
You guys managed to do it without getting it all over yourselves. You got to show me how you did that.
It's here.
Well, all the guys watching in the background smiling.
Invite you all outside for the final course of our evening.
It's perfect that they sat next to him.
Yup, and
so that way he can overhear, and he's going to see the experience or probably get some vibe of the experience.
Yep.
Guys, I just want to thank you so much for dining with us this evening. We just truly hope you'll remember your night at the
Oh, we
Bear.
got some hot cocoa.
Best enjoyed in snow.
Oh my God.
Holy shit.
It's right, though, right? Because the wind comes through and brushes half of it, away.
Guys, this episode.
Yeah, you got to get everyone out
What
there.
did they all have?
They just said like sand and a pressure washer.
Sand, pressure washer, 45 degree nozzle, fan.
This is what it's all for, folks. This is why you do what you do. It's been a minute
He's
since
up
they've
there
had
being like, what's going on
It's been
here?
a minute since they've had a moment like this.
It's cool that they had a minute to at least come on and check it.
Yeah.
There you go, Richie. Delivered.
So he's hoping.
Okay.
I think Richie's hoping he can have that moment with his daughter too.
Mr. Clark.
Hey, that's me. How are you?
Hey, good. You?
Mr.
You
Clark.
got to see it. That's what counts. Had a great experience. Got to see that experience.
Yep.
I think we're going to see a different review, gentlemen.
See what makes the Bear different. Now we just got to start making money, and we'll be good.
He gets that review. They're going to have to up the surprise budget again. You set that bar real high.
That door.
Oh, is it going to happen?
What, Claire Bear?
I'm just saying. They made a pretty hard point about that handle.
I think that ship has sailed. I think he's just remembering that's where it all started. Was the handle?
Come on.
That was the fuse that sparked everything.
That ship has sailed. Your Quinstincts have sailed. Fucking guy.
Dude, he might be going. He's going! You only run like that for love! Just don't be with another guy. That's going to be so crushing.
Dude, we're having a moment here, dude. Come on.
The moment can be very soul-crushing if another guy is with her.
Dude, he's running.
I know. You only run like that when you're in love.
God, the only thing would be better is if he has a boombox he holds up over his head.
Doesn't seem like he's near a hospital, though. That seems like houses.
Oh, maybe he's running to her place where she actually lives.
Oh. I thought Claire worked this time of night.
Well, probably swing shifts.
Yeah.
Remember, though, when the fax visited her, it was daylight.
Oh.
Looked a whole lot like front porch steps like this.
Oh, they faded out the name.
You're there. Do it. There it is. Big moment.
Joel McHale's going to be at the door.
Dude, I will.
What the fuck are you doing here? What the fuck are you doing? Ted, what the fuck are you doing here? What the fuck are you wearing?
I'm just hanging out. Yeah, stomach's all fucked up. Like, it's just like, I think I'm in love with her.
Oh, he thought the worst for a second.
I did too.
Which one?
Like, motocrossed.
That's beautiful. Is Claire here?
Claire?
Yeah.
No.
You lying to me right now?
What?
What?
Whoa.
What the fuck are you doing here?
What the heck, man?
It's Claire here. I wanted to talk to her for a minute if she was around.
I don't know if she's... I don't think she is.
There she is.
Oh.
Fuck! Are you lying to me?
What the fuck, Fack?
Kelly made me lie. Sorry, yeah. You're still my pet.
Kelly made me lie. Tell him Claire's not home.
Oh, no.
What the fuck are you doing here?
That's fair. That's incredibly fair.
I'm just gonna go get something. I'll be right back.
Wait, what?
Just gonna go get a coat.
I know it's definitely a huge surprise for her.
Do I want to get involved with this walking red flag?
Hey, he's getting better. This is like a huge step. This is improvement. Months late, not in the most fair circumstances, but it's an attempt.
Oh, he was running, guys.
It's been like an hour.
Well,
I want to
apologize.
I want you to.
Just tell her that you love her, dude.
Carmy, this was really hard for me. I'm not gonna sit here and help you try to do the right thing.
It's on you.
The way I feel around you is really hard.
Jesus Christ.
No,
Yep, let's rethink that.
Dude, just say it.
It made me feel like I was.
say
It made me feel like I was on fire.
If I make you feel like shit, then you should get the fuck away
No,
from me.
no. I love you.
You can't. Oh, gosh.
Attempt to be close to someone, but I don't want to be scared that I'm going to push you away by just being around you.
I was worried, and you didn't push anything. You didn't push anything.
I want to be honest.
You couldn't do it. I couldn't.
We're regressing.
No, I couldn't
do it.
I'm sorry.
Oh, there's that.
I'm so fucking sorry.
I have some serious doubts now, gentlemen.
Oh, this was not gonna work out.
Dude, enough already. Holy shit.
Thought maybe if we could push past how scary it was, it probably would have been way more scary, but incredible.
He didn't come here to say, sorry, it didn't work out. Let's be friends. You don't run to tell somebody, sorry, let's be friends. You run for love, man.
Wait, are they leaning in right now? Is that what's going on? Or is it just the camera being...
This was good.
This was a good first step.
This was good.
Thank you for apologizing to me. I hope you find some quiet, whatever that is for you.
Claire,
I'm gonna be okay.
Yep, let's take a time out now.
First step taken.
Yep.
That's all we needed to do. You don't resolve everything in one night on the porch. First step taken.
Yep. It sucks. Right now, that feeling of, did I just fuck this up is probably right there.
Yeah, well, he knows.
Well, I mean, the guilt was eating him up. I mean, that was the theme of this episode was guilt.
By the way, I'm not saying what, the months have gone by is excused, but at least this was a positive first step.
Pete, question mark?
Sugar's boyfriend, Pete?
He hasn't updated it in a minute.
He's calling Pete.
Yo, Pete. Shut up. I need you to change something in the agreement.
Oh.
That's the end? Oh, that episode felt like 5 minutes.
Change something in the agreement. Is Carmy trying to take more of a back seat? Because that's what he was watching all episode. Everybody was flourishing, granted under his help and tutelage, whatever you want to call it. But is he trying to kind of pull back from things a little bit so he's not as involved? Kind of like what we were saying for how many seasons where, look, you're a fantastic chef. You're shit at running a business. We need to maybe separate the two. But wow, that was a wild ending. And I mean, I said it just on the end there about how this whole episode was a lot about guilt. And everybody had some guilt at some level. Jimmy was guilty about, that's a big deal. I feel like we didn't touch enough. Jimmy's losing his friggin' house.
We don't.
I agree that they set it up maybe because of the financial situation with the bear that he's forced to sell his house. I'm not saying you're out in left field on.
Because computer was like, we got to stop it now.
Right. But it's also a situation where it's like, I agree. That's what it feels like. Like we have to sell it because of financial stuff. But at the same time, it's like, am I moving? Am I making money off this property? He's, from what I gathered here,
he said, me and Uncle Computer have a plan. So that's like stuff is messed up and we've got a plan to fix it.
Yeah. But I mean, I think it's, he's
temporary.
I think he's feels worse about his kid having to move schools,
Yeah.
like that, I think is what he feels bad about, but definitely guilt. But, that was,
because I mean,
it's implied that you got to sell the house because you can't afford it, but it's not like 100% sure. The Uncle Computer thing is like, yup, but we don't know that it's like, look, they've made a very clear point what it's like, who's in this house with him. He's got one son. It looked like a massive house from what we saw before. Maybe, hey, let's downsize, we'll move in somewhere else. We'll take the cash from the house. We'll do this.
Yeah, but they're selling it now in like quite possibly the worst time in history to try to sell a house. I mean, to me, that's like, okay, if that's the plan, let's maybe ride this out a bit.
Again, I agree with Dave. I don't think you're so far off from that one. You're probably way closer than you are way off. But until they actually really give us like the most obvious, I'm 50-50 right now that it could be because of how much he's given Carm and the crew, or it's just he's making some moves in hopes. But I'm going to wait for a little bit more information on that one because like you said, Dave, they do set it up kind of like where it probably could be the restaurant.
Well, if nothing else, I think what this shows is his commitment to the restaurant. It's like he could go to those guys and basically pull the plug because we know he's going to get a lot of money for the space, which they've been talking about since the first conversation they had about the restaurant.
First episode, first season.
But it's shows his commitment to that. But yeah, guilt to his son. But this was one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah. By the way, hold on before we get drifted. Dee Dee, the realtor?
She's a real estate agent.
What?
Well, what I like to,
I'm sure it was mentioned before, but it's just seeing it.
You know what I like about this though, and I think what this really showed here, she's a real estate agent. And now this could go two ways. One, it could go, hey, she sells high-end properties.
She can turn it on when she needs to.
And she can turn it on when she needs to. Or it's like Jimmy's like, hey, I'm a real estate agent. Can you do this? But the one thing that I think we have to keep in mind is that a lot of times people who have struggles like the mom has, obviously with substances and the issues that she has with the relationships with her family, a lot of times that's something you'd never see on the outside.
Yeah.
And we know people like that. Like I know people, and I'm sure we all do, and I'm sure I've been the person that people probably talked about where it's like on the outside, things look perfect, and you dive in like, well, I've got some drama in my family, folks. It's not anything. Nobody's driving cars through the house, but I think we all have this, and I think that was interesting that they showed that. Look, when she wants to turn it on, she looks. Shout out to Jamie Lee Curtis. She looks incredible. Not that she doesn't always look incredible, but when just that super professional look, she just crushes it. Her hair looks different. She's got the business wear on.
Well, she looks like what you would expect a high-end real estate agent
looks like
to look
$1 million here. She looks like $1 million.
She had all the jewelry on and everything.
And I think maybe that's what they're trying to say is, look, all the struggles she had is kind of behind the scenes stuff that family would see, but stuff that maybe the outside world doesn't see, which is
almost it is normal life for a lot of folks.
It's very normal life.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're wondering, a lot of us have messed up stuff.
Yeah.
But it was just another layer to the show where it's like they could have had any random real estate agent here, and does that add to the story? No. So they put
sticks with
here.
family.
Yeah, sticks with family.
Yep. The other thing I found really interesting from a guilt standpoint, and I thought they would do a little bit more of this, but I guess given the runtime of the show, and maybe it didn't need it, but the Marcus and Carmy conversation about, asking about like their dads. Marcus's dad is trying to reconnect with them. I won't say out of the blue because it's pretty obvious something you would do after he lost his mother. You would probably reach out to the son, even if you are kind of estranged from him, you'd probably reach out. And I kind of thought that they were going to talk about, Carmy was going to go into like, look, whatever the situation might be, maybe at least give him a shot, because you don't want the guilt of never giving him a shot. And, you know, who knows how many years or months that your dad might have left in this world. So you maybe at least give him a shot so you don't have that element of guilt. But Marcus pretty much wasn't having. He's just like, no, I don't really have that. And maybe that's something he needs to work through and be like, look, just because I'm not feeling it in the moment doesn't mean it's maybe not the right thing to do. But Carmy was like, yeah, I'm probably the last person you want to talk to about this kind of stuff. I'm no expert, and I think Marcus is he can make that conclusion for himself. He doesn't need Carmy to hit him over the head with it.
Right. And I think that's why he does feel comfortable talking to him, because he knows Carmy's going to listen. He's not going to automatically spout off.
Oh, like, well, you should do this, and this, and everything will be fine.
You should do that. Well, it's also easy. Look, he knows that Carmy's got some family issues. It's easier to talk to somebody who you know can relate to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's much easier. You and I are on the same page a lot, but I'm a 180 difference on you. I didn't feel like this episode was about guilt at all. I didn't get that vibe at all. I got that this episode was all about progress. It's about progress for everybody. Marcus progressing. Look, his dad hung up on him, but he went back and listened to the voicemail, and he had a conversation with Carmy about it. Obviously, Carmy's progress with Claire. He took that step to go there, and
but you don't think he felt guilty about doing that to Claire, and that's what triggered him to go do that?
No, it's about but it was about progress. It's about him making the decision to move things forward.
We've had for Carmy and Claire, we've had a lot of lead up.
This is about
guilt.
This for me was about. This wasn't about guilt at all.
I don't think the guilt and progress are necessarily separate.
Well, I think they do here. I think they showed. Look, Sid got back to where she was cooking because she liked it. We showed progress between Sid and Carmy right away. He looked at her and said, "It's perfect. It's beyond perfect. You have progress in that. You had progress with Marcus. Even the little things, Richie and Tina on the phone, a decent enough conversation. I mean, progress there. Him reminding her, like, hey, look, you don't have to have people at your wedding that maybe aren't going to contribute to your day, and it's about you. I mean, progress with Ibram.
He still had to lie to her, though. Remember, he had to lie to her to get off the phone.
That's not guilt, though.
He didn't want to. He just didn't want to talk about going to the wedding, right? Yeah. But
that's
obviously, in the progress thing with the restaurant, and I think it's safe to assume that was the Michelin star guy.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I mean,
Mr.
and
Clark,
that was progress, and it's like, and I don't know if restaurants really do this. So it's like part of you wants, like, I almost want to like be guarded with the show, if that makes sense. I know that might be a little bit
about the surprises.
Yeah,
so real quick, folks on the member pages did say there are a few that actually do that.
I mean, that is, it's so cool. And I think, like, when you go in, and they made a point of saying, like, you have to treat everybody like that. And when you try to pick and choose who you think is going to be important, it all starts falling apart. And he was just the guy at the table. They treated that young woman, they said, look, she's coming off of cancer-free for 6 months, which look, in a person's life, that's as big as it gets, right? You can celebrate birthdays, you can celebrate weddings, you can celebrate all that stuff. Celebrating being cancer-free for a young woman, young person, for anybody is quite literally, as far as I'm concerned, is as big as it gets. Yeah. Yep, their daughter's been cancer-free for 6 months now. They wanted to see snow. It was beyond, the facts are just so wholesome. It was beyond wholesome seeing them argue about how to get that done. And I thought it was going to be like some flurries, like, oh, we'll get a snow machine and make flurries. They came out and it was legit. The tables were covered in it. I just saw, honestly, for me, we've had some more dramatic episodes, obviously, Forks and Fishes. Tina's episode where we learned about her and that conversation with Jon Bernthal. But this, for me, guys, was huge.
And to talk about, this whole part with the snow and where they brought the family out, again, I will lean back onto guilt. I think that Richie has some guilt. Like, he's afraid that he's not going to get to have the moment with his daughter that they're having with their daughter. And I think he wants to try to make things better. And I disagree with you. I don't think the guilt and progression are necessarily different. You don't have progression unless you feel guilty about it. Like, Carmy doesn't go talk to Claire unless he doesn't feel like shit for what he said to her. And that doorknob on the fridge, reminding him of that. And I think that's kind of the fuse, that light that's on the spark that leads to that. So I think it's all good either way. I think you can look at it any way you want. But the scene here with Richie, I thought was really important because they showed the family, they showed everybody together, a mother and a father and their daughter, and enjoying it. And he just looks up at the sky, like almost just like, man, I wish I could have that sort of thing. And maybe he's worried he's not going to have that, or his daughter's going to have that with Josh. And,
I see. I don't.
There's a couple ways that someone can take that. That's one way.
I'm interpreting it as like, when you go back to what he thinks about where he's at in his life, right? Like he's, working at a shop making sandwiches. You get to bullshit with Mikey and the guys, and he liked that. Another episode he talks about, this is all I've got. This is my only shot, And when you're in a position where you are the curator of a moment like that for another person, that is something incredibly, incredibly special. And I've had a few opportunities over the years with my work in the fitness industry where I've been able to facilitate some pretty big things through the kindness of look, I'm not the guy anybody wants to meet, but I have connections, and through the kindness of your Jay Cutlers, your Phil Heaths, even Arnold himself, through their kindness, when you're able to facilitate a moment like that, and it's not about you, it's about other people, and this look that he has on his face right there, when you're the person who facilitated that, you're totally behind the scenes, and you can just sit back and watch somebody else's moment, there's something special there. But I agree with you. Is this looking like he sees the happy family? Is he wondering, am I going to have this family moment? But and I think Dave's right. I think you can take this a couple different ways. But when you're the creator, because this is on him. This is, hey guys, what do we have for this? Mm-hmm. He called the facts. Hey, make it happen. And when you can make that happen for somebody else, it's like, that's special. And, with the restaurant industry, it is about service. It's about those things that you do for other people. And, we go back to the episode with Mikey and Carmy talking about, like, think of all the good memories we had, and they were all around restaurants. And now they just created an experience for this family that will last a lifetime. And I think he realizes that, like, wow, I did something big. Look, and a lot of their experiences, like, hey, it's your birthday, let's do something good. Or, when we saw at Ever, like, oh, she wanted to try Chicago style pizza. Yeah. It's like, yeah, that's fun. And it's above and beyond. But the chocolate banana moment was huge. And then this moment was huge. And it's like, that's what I got from the look on Richie's face, is he realized, like, maybe I don't have a gazillion dollars, and at this point in my life, I'm not doing whatever, but I have a job that I'm passionate about, and look at the experience I was just able to give another family. And that's, guys, this episode for me was so powerful. And the acting. Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to kind of piggyback off of that a little bit. Again, I feel like folks with this scene could probably take it a few different ways if you want. I'm not going to say you're wrong, but the way I took it was that he delivered an experience for the family. And finally, he has been trying to deliver this, and he's been trying to get some wins, right? So the wins that he's been trying to get, if you remember, even just with the speeches. Yeah. So he hasn't been able to even nail the speeches. He keeps telling Carm, hey, I'm getting fucked out there. You're fucking me out there, right? So I feel like this was exactly what he imagined that this would be like, and he finally got a win. Now, to your point, maybe there is a little bit of a glimpse in there that he's like, maybe I'm never going to have this with my daughter. That might be there, but the show for me hasn't given me enough to think that yet. And maybe that is the implication. It's just going over my head. But from what I've been viewing, we haven't seen a lot of the daughter. Yes, he's had some tiny moments about talking about his daughter.
There's that line where she's like, you're alone, Dad. And here he is. He's alone watching the happy family.
Well,
and his ex-wife's getting married. I get that, but it's the images, it's the visualization of that, And again, I'm not saying you guys are wrong. I'm saying you can take it either way. But when you're saying you haven't seen enough, I'm saying that, the daughter specifically said, Dad, you're alone. wife's getting married, new guy, things are going well. Here's the happy family.
Yeah, and it could be.
And those things
but
could all be reminders.
It could be. But again, for me, it's just he finally got a win on
they
this.
pulled it off, absolutely.
And pulled it off. And that was more, for me, again, could be wrong here, but for me, it was more of a sigh of relief that, wow, this is what it's supposed to be.
And it was a preview of what the restaurant is capable of doing once they get out of the red just a little bit. Like, it can be this good. And I'm not saying it's easy, but this night that they showed us, everything went pretty smooth. There wasn't stuff breaking. There wasn't things having to be refired. There wasn't dishes being dropped. People weren't yelling. It was relatively smooth.
And look,
at least for this episode.
And again, we have the ringers in there, so that makes a difference.
Yeah, I mean, the Rob Reiner thing was pretty heavy.
Absolutely, given the timing of it.
You know, if you grew up in the 80s like I did, guy brought us some pretty special moments. So that was, and I had no idea he was going to be in this. So he comes out and it's real heavy. And so that was a moment. You know, I'm curious to hear what Ibram's got going on because you know, he's worked so hard, and it was what a story for him, because you know, when we saw him try to go back to culinary school and it just wasn't working for him, but he found something that he was passionate about. Obviously, he's working his ass off. I thought that was great. And then the one thing that I also did love, the levity that the facts are able to bring to this show in certain moments. Obviously, when they're trying to get the electrical cord figured out, which is hilarious because we've all been there, right? Like, that is such a funny thing.
Too many people.
If an electrical cord is sitting in a puddle of water, it's like, we're not electricians here, guys, but if it's in a little bit of water, we don't recommend it. It's going to be okay. They're coated. But have you ever, that happens. Like, if you look, you don't want the end in water, but if a little bit of the electric cord gets in water, it's like an instant, like knee jerk
your
panic.
brain is trained to think
it was,
that way.
so it was very relatable when they did that. Oh, it's in water, because I think we've all been there at some point. But
you know, the scene with Rob Reiner, I just want to jump back to that real quick with how Ibram surprised him. He was going to tell him, okay, we're going to meet every week. This is what I'm telling you. Like, Rob's character was starting back here, and Ibram was already way over here with all the charts and the graphs.
They can have a lot,
showing all the numbers, and he was like really blown away by what he was.
Rob Reiner doesn't have to start at zero for
right.
They can have real business conversations at this point.
Yeah,
like, hey,
now because he even said he has
to
to recalibrate, or paraphrasing what he said there. I'll recalculate, and then after he showed him the numbers, because I think he was coming in thinking we're starting at ground zero, but Ibra already had everything in play. Yep. Now he can be probably starting at like step 50 out of 100.
And like, I knew the window was short that they were doing lunch, but guys, I didn't know it was only 2 hours was all they were serving, and then they were out of beef, because they mentioned that before, that they were out. I didn't know the window was that short.
Well, I wonder if he's thinking, hey, what if we're making this much profit running a 2-hour window, what if we did like an early dinner?
Yeah, even if you just doubled it, did 4 hours.
Because I mean, you're catching people on their lunch break, and look, I haven't. I'm in Chicago every few years, but you know, I don't know if, you know, when work's wrapping up at 4:30, if they'd be able to pull a 2-hour dinner window and repeat the success they have for the earlier 2-hour window. Obviously, that's difficult with employees. You know, you got to have some creative staff schedules to be able to have a break and then come back like that. But he just did Diamond Days forward to where Fac answered the door. Yep. That was like, and I totally forgot about Kelly.
Forgot about Kelly.
So when he answered the door, I was like, no way. What the fuck are you doing here? What are you doing here? He's like, yeah, she's not here. And it was like, what a moment of levity they brought before a very, very heavy scene.
Yeah, and a big shout out to that actor for acting a terrible job, but doing a good job, if that makes sense. He's being a terrible liar, but he's doing a great job at being a terrible liar.
I need you to act like a terrible liar.
Right. That was great. A lot of fun.
Kelly, what the fuck is he doing here?
No, this felt like a real situation. I'm sure there is a lot of relatability, if anything, here for this scene for a lot of folks, right? So when he came up, that was my reaction, like internally in my head, the way that Carmy reacted, like, what the fuck are you doing here? Like, that would have been the same thing. Like, no, it's for Kelly. It's for Kelly. And then they kind of hashed it out. Carmy was kind of getting a little somewhere with it. And then finally Kelly approached the door. Then we had the car. He's like, she made me do it. You know, that felt like A good backtracking for Teddy there, because at first I was like, man, you just lied to Carmy after all this. Carmy's my bestie and all this other stuff.
Yep.
And then I was wondering how Carmy was going to take it, but I think he understood the situation, especially after what Fack was just telling him prior, like, I think I got this feeling, I love her. And
Well, let's not forget.
let it pass.
Let's not forget they went to the hospital to talk to Claire and try to smooth things out for Carmy before he even did anything. So
they did. I don't think it was very successful, but real quick with Claire, I appreciate how real these two were finally being. She's hurt, and that's 1,000% fair, especially with the way things went down and the timeline that went by without Carmy even doing anything.
Yeah.
Not even a text, not even a call. But in fairness now, whether it works or not, at least Carmy finally got the courage to say, fuck it, I'm going to do my love run all the way there.
Oh, the run was
the love run.
Brilliant.
Love the love run.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that they were, at least both of them had this conversation, regardless if it would have ended horrible, which, that's debatable, or good, debatable too, right? I think it
just had to happen.
It just had to happen to get some stuff cleared out, to leave room for potentially an opportunity later to have a further conversation, whether it works out or not. So,
well, and he did call Pete, and I think that's the one thing that also, incredibly relatable. That's the thing about this show all the way through. It's been so relatable. Like, you feel like it doesn't even sometimes feel like you're watching fiction. It's like you feel like you're watching a mirror of your own life or somebody else's life. But when he goes and makes that call, what a lot of times with relationships like this, and I'm sure you guys have all experienced, but a guy will go to apologize, say I did something wrong, and the hope is it's the another chance thing right away. And I'm glad they had the talk. She said she's going to go upstairs. And a lot of times, guys, and look, and I don't just want to say guys because I've been there. So, and look, any mistake that anybody's done on TV, I've fucked up and probably done it myself. So when I say guys, I'm including myself. We go and we make these apologies.
Everybody in general.
We go and we make these right.
All in between.
We go and we make these apologies, hoping it's going to make things right. And then a lot of times nothing actually changes. You just hope you can say, I'll change, or things will get better. And you hope that she says, okay, and then you do nothing. And then things don't change. But on the flip side of it, now whether this is a good thing or an over knee jerk, sometimes, and I've been there, and I'm sure there's maybe some other guys who have been there, when it's like, when you want to prove that you changed, you're so desperate to make that situation work that you go like way overboard. Right?
Smell
like
the desperation.
You think like, this is what has caused problems in my life. And so if I can just remove this, then she'll see that I made this change for her. He's talking about the contract, and maybe what he wants to say is, look, I want Sid to be this percentage owner. I'm going to pull back on my duties. There was twice with me with relationships where I knew I tanked relationships because of my selfishness and my bodybuilding, where I was like, no, I'll quit. I'll quit bodybuilding, I'll quit the competing and the dieting, the traveling, and all the money I had to spend on it. And because in my head, I was like, oh, if she sees that I quit for her, like, that's a huge deal. Oh, he's willing to make this huge change. Doesn't always feel like that. Yeah. So that's my concern here. Is he making just this drastic, it didn't quite go as good as he was hoping for Claire, so now he's making this knee jerk to try to fix the relationship.
Or I'll make more time.
Or is this what he really is? He doing what he really needs to do for himself? Well, I think it's a good idea he stepped back. We see so much progress from him, but is he going to do something major to be like, look, I've changed? And it's like, well, you didn't need to. As guys, sometimes that's what we do, is we want to make these massive changes, and it's just like, you got to be a little bit more present, and you got to. If we just had better communication. I need you to communicate. She's not asking him.
With this whole thing that happened, I didn't think it was going to work at all. And that's only because of what Stranger Things did to me with Nancy and Jonathan, where they had the breakup. So my brain was pre-wired to think, okay, this is just them. They're going to say goodbye. We're not right for each other. And that's okay. Sometimes people aren't right for one another. And this is the apology. Shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done this. But clean break.
I think they're just very different circumstances. And look, I could talk about this episode
because you
for
were like
another half
50-50 on them with their conversation, right? Of where you thought it might go.
Well, yeah, because she's pissed. He's trying to, at minimum, make some amends, and he told her, "I love you." Now, there's a long history.
Yeah, that one came out.
I feel like because of the long history, that sometimes the hurt. Some folks want you to come and acknowledge that you hurt me, so I can get over this. But I feel like there's still a lot of feelings there. Again, if it doesn't work out, it just doesn't work out, and that's totally fine.
Because they've known each other forever. This isn't just somebody they just met through mutual friends, and
I just met you in that store.
Right.
Yeah, so it's right
history.
that even if it's not going to work, it's right that he apologizes, and in fact, probably more important that he apologizes because they've known each other that long.
Absolutely.
Did you guys get the vibe for just a short second when she said, "I'm going upstairs," and he was walking, and they showed him? Did you think we were going to get out the top of the window, Carmy? Like, I thought maybe we were going to get the come back thing for a half second there.
Oh no,
and that's where they were going to. I thought we were going to get it. I thought we were going to get her yelling, "Carmy, come back!" and boom, cut. That's how it was. Part
No,
of
I definitely wasn't getting that vibe. So the vibe I was getting
didn't.
is well, do the lead up. That's what felt real too for anybody in that situation, where you're trying to, hey, I'm going back in. This conversation's done. Like, she tried that several times, but then it was, I gotta go. I'll be right back. I was like, that's what kind of took me back. Like, wait, we're coming back to, we're going to talk.
Yeah,
that was kind of cool for me because I've experienced something like that too, where it's like, all right, I get it. Well, let me go do this. I'll be right back. Well, didn't you just say, I will do this if you want to? Yep, sure.
Yeah, well, and I think, Claire needed a moment because they showed it. She kind of had to like do her thing with her hair a little bit, wipe the tears.
Big moment
because
for her.
She just got ambushed. Carmy was thinking about this for like a half hour while he was running.
It's a lot
she
to
was
throw
sitting
at
on the couch,
somebody.
maybe having a glass of wine, watching some reruns on TV, and all of a sudden Carmy shows up and he's got all these emotions. He's red hot. She's ice cold. Like, it takes a minute to get the engine going a little bit, if that makes
Again,
sense.
which why this was great for a first, we'll say, conversation that could extend more.
For given the circumstances, I think that went about as well as it could.
And then back to this, I don't think he's doing a knee-jerk reaction just yet. I think he's maybe been pondering some shit over these last couple episodes, and maybe something got sparked in this conversation with her that he's now like,
because he gave Marcus that look.
And here, right, he made that, I got to do this, and went and did it because he was thinking about it for months.
Yep.
So now in these last couple episodes, him watching everybody, I wonder if he's been pondering something now, and the way he's been acting like, I'm thinking about it, let's act now. I'm wondering if this is that kind of thing, or maybe it is a knee-jerk reaction where he's like, I need some time away to build my life here a little bit so I can have some kind of life.
Yeah, I need
And
to
it
pull
might
from
be
work
with her.
and add to life a little bit here.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, because and again, the last thing I'll say is it seemed like when Carmy was in the kitchen kind of sitting back and everybody was doing their thing, to me, that was almost like, dude, you won. Like, everybody's improved.
This
The
is what it
restaurant
should
is
be.
the restaurant is fine now. They're at that level. So, we'll see what.
And in fairness
episode
to
4
him too,
brings,
right now it's been things have been kind of settling. Like, the only thing that's like hanging over everyone's head is the money.
But
now he can actually, and he's finally getting a clear head, which that's the way I'm taking it anyways. We keep calling it progress. So now he's able to take a step back and actually really see what everyone's doing, because he's had some blinders on, which Sid has been the proven fact of that.
Well, is Ibram's business plan going to
save the day?
Is that going to come and start putting the bear in the
little
green?
positive money
2
coming in.
hours.
And Sid crushed that dish with only a handful of
Said it was
ingredients.
perfect.
As opposed to everything they were doing before.
3 components.
Yeah, so it's
instead
like,
of 5.
we're here. Hopefully we get the good review. Let's see if that was the guy. We'll
That
find
Clark.
out maybe an episode.
Either way,
4,
he's a
right?
reviewer. He's going to be doing something, right? And he got the best experience on that. So I'm hoping
We might have to go back and see if his picture was on the wall, because
We would have to, yeah.
He's the guy.
That's
He's
definitely the guy.
If the Oak Tuition has ever felt strong about something, it's that he's the guy.
Oh, folks, what an episode. I can't wait for number 4. I'm sure you can't as well. I know these guys can't. So for Diamond Dave Damone, that's the Appleton Oak. I'm Mason Quinn. This is Bad Medicine. That was the Bear. Let's see you back here for the next one.
Jesus.
Jumpin' Jack Flash?
Ma'am, you can't go in there.
What's your name?
See this face? This is the face.
Oh, it's Shapiro.
Hey, how's it going? No, now's good. What's up?
That contract.
Yeah.
More than 2 hours? Are you getting your hair dyed or something?
Can you text me, maybe? Text me, and then I'll see if I can make it. I'll try to make it before. Maybe I could push the appointment or something.
Great.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Whatever gets you off the phone.
Yeah.
Is what essentially what that was.
Yeah.
Do you want to work here, or do you want to live?
Hey,
Well,
wow, what a line that was
yeah.
to follow up, huh?
Do you want to work here or do you want to live? That's about it.
Oh, she went.
Hi.
She went.
Sorry, is this too loud?
I
You know, this guy's East Coast shit, but it's a classic. Right? The point is, I want you to play what you want, right? Or not.
I want you to play what you want.
This guy is fired up. Oh.
This is not going to be here. Oh.
Whoa, look at this place.
Imagine the rent on this place.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Beethoven.
Nice.
I thought he was just going to take over the Ever.
No. Because remember, he said he was getting a new place.
Yeah, but yeah.
And I talked to the architect, and he's thinking about putting in these secret little storage compartments for the chefs and the servers. Because I'm thinking about all of the things that you're probably thinking about all the time, too.
This place is enormous.
Does something about it, right? And that all starts here. This is going to be the office.
That is so small.
Yeah.
Right, so I've been working on a budget to create a comprehensive healthcare program. We're never going to have HR in this business as long as we're alive, right? Why can't there be some sort of learning and development program?
Training?
Yeah, exactly. But not just developing the restaurant, but the human beings that...
Oh, it's all overwhelming.
We did it. We sent our pastry chef to Copenhagen.
Yeah.
And it was great. He came back just changed, kind of supercharged. And
Sure. That is exactly what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, this is going to be so perfect. Everything she wants to hear, but she's fighting it.
Well, I'm wondering if he's not being too ambitious. I'll get into it later.
We thought Darnell was a bum.
He is.
And was.
His name is
but
Darnell. That's a bum name. Never met a good
He
name.
had money.
Dude, it all goes back to that Whoopi Goldberg line.
Yeah.
What about Darnell Jefferson?
Yeah.
Hello? Yes, this is she. I am so happy she recommended me. However, this is my only day off, and I encourage you to call and schedule with the shop instead of calling me directly. Have a beautiful day. TJ, if you don't come and bring me this hair.
What?
Oh.
Sydney's slow turn.
She didn't just talk to me like that.
I'm gonna break that damn iPad. Never bought you the damn thing. You know what? Won't come for you in the Help my mother, but I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I'm happy.
Good for me.
Everything cool?
What?
You good? Or?
Yeah, girl. She was right. Ain't no hell left.
How are you? How's school? Pretty good. Yeah, okay. 5th grade. Bet you're learning geography, huh? Not really. No? Okay. That's not good. You should know where stuff is.
Sid.
She's trying. She's trying.
I get that.
It's all right to just hit the bail button and say, if you
Yeah.
need anything.
Cool. I guess I'll
Yeah.
be downstairs. Holla if you need me. I'm hungry. You coming?
Sid gonna work some magic here?
Okay. What are you in the mood for? We don't have shit in here. Go ahead. I don't know about that word. My mom doesn't give a shit. I think she does. Y'all don't have shit in here.
The oven clock.
Yeah.
What's that? It sounds nasty.
Hamburger Helper's great.
Oh, it's a staple of my childhood.
Staple of me into my 30s.
You're still doing Hamburger Helper.
Going to the same school as any of your friends? My mom wants me to go to this charter school, but all my friends are going home. All of them? That charter school's a good school. We have a friend that teaches there. And I don't know, your mom just wants you to have a good future. I'm gonna have so much homework, and I'm gonna have to wear a uniform. And home has fries. I do think if you had fries every Friday, you get sick of them. I love fries.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with French fries. Well, you could on some, but sometimes the majority always wins.
Hey, I'm happy we're hanging out. Sorry I really haven't seen you that much lately. I just been... It's okay. My mom said you have to fix your credit, so that's why I've been missing all the parties. Okay, yeah? Yeah, but did your mom say anything else about my credit? Can we go now? No, actually. One more stop.
All right, so we're getting Hamburger Helper. Yeah. I can't wait to see what Sid's gonna do here.
Do you want to say...
Making notes, tomato paste, onions.
I don't think I want it to go anyway. Just, because of how it all went down? Yeah, I just think it's complicated. My mom says sometimes you go with people, sometimes you go without them. Very smart.
I'm gonna need help with that, of why they're letting it flash like that.
Yeah.
There's a couple things I'm thinking of, but I don't think it's gonna be right.
Well, and she said she'd be back in a minute.
Well, it's Chicago. There's no such thing as back in a minute.
I'm about to add some tomato paste to deepen the flavors and make it taste basically like it did not come out of a box. So just like chili then, right? Yeah, kind of actually.
Oh, the chili mac. It's the best.
You want to do me a favor? Am I grating that cheese for me? How do I do it?
Watch your fingers.
Yep.
Do it this way, right? You take your grater and then just kind of go, watch your fingers.
Dude, some people on their first time don't even think about that, and it's brutal.
Yep.
That's great.
My finger's getting a little close to that. Okay.
Remember how you said it's kind of complicated? Come over and help me. I want to show you something. All you're going to do is stir and just make sure everything is incorporated.
This is giving me flashbacks now of the Mike and Carmy conversation.
Yeah, she does.
Crazy and full of crazy people and full of people who just show up sometimes and I don't know who they are. It's kind of like Auntie Marcia's house. It's clean now. It is actually very clean and very nice. But there's just always like a faint hint of stink. Okay.
Like, where are we getting here?
It's the first person Sid's talked to about it.
Low key, if I left, I mean, that's just it kind of forever. My friends at the first house would be really unhappy.
Pick
the pizza house.
Kids see things differently.
The stinky house? It's not stinky. It's really nice. It's more like energetically musty.
Yeah, you're not selling that to a kid.
No, not at all.
Isn't pizza special? Yes, pizza is special, but the first house, and it mentioned this, has a big brother who is... Oh, you got a grudge. No. Somebody who I look up to a lot. He's straight up like one of the best. The only issue is that he is kind of a lot and doesn't like to share. He acts kind of weird and funky with me, and it's not always really clear or consistent, like when he wants to share and why he doesn't want to, and like what's going on in his life and the other people he like plays games
Just
with.
dumping it on this kid now.
Yeah.
That sounds crazy. Yeah, well, the house is crazy and full of crazy people.
She's had nobody else to unload on.
Purity and fun and promise. But no pizza. Yes, I'm aware. There's no pizza, but there's like...
Sell this, trying to do this for the kid.
She just needs somebody to push her. Just, you're at that edge. You want to stay.
Yep.
Video games and like goodness and chaos and peace and good food and like that's it. And it would be there instead of me having to go to another house and like start over all
There
again.
it is. Yep. Start over again.
Start over. She feels like she's starting over.
What if they don't let you fix it?
Oh, what if they don't let you?
That is a really good question.
Well, it's be interesting if Carmy redid the partnership agreement.
Yep.
She really does need to have potential conversation here with Carmy. I hope that helped her out a little bit.
Just being able to talk.
But she
to
looks
somebody.
frustrated. Yeah. What is she doing here with the hamburger helper? We should be taking notes.
I don't know what that was she pulled out of the oven.
The panko.
Oh, I've never seen that before.
Did you
heard
have to
of it.
boil the noodles with hamburger helper?
Nope.
Yeah,
you just put water in, let it do its thing,
Yeah.
to simmer 7 to 8 minutes.
Yep, cover it. Yeah.
It's been so long.
Your face is red. So then she sent me to the principal's office. Hold on. You had to go to the principal's office for getting it right? I know, right? Yeah, that's a horrible story.
Jeez.
It's truly. What are you gonna do?
Watch. She's going to make a big decision, and then Sid's going to be like,
it's that easy.
Hey, you got to make decisions.
Mom's cousin.
Yeah.
God, now it makes me want hamburger helper.
Is that supposed to like remind her of the clock ticking at the bear?
But it's not ticking. It's not functioning.
Yeah.
There's a deeper meaning there, and I can't believe I'm not locking in on it.
Girl, I am so sorry. I've been so mean to this man because I thought he was going to the club. He just been picking up them extra shifts so he could take me on a birthday trip to Costa Rica. Feliz cumpleaños.
You go shopping?
Yeah, for you.
Bitch, what did you buy me at Adidas?
Adidas.
You need to try something new next time, though.
Yeah, maybe.
For real, though. Thank you.
What?
For watching TJ.
She's going to leave, and the clock's going to be fixed.
All the school stuff is...
Told me a little bit about it, but she was great. Really.
Really?
Really.
Getting in trouble for being right?
I don't know, like in a few weeks, let's get a drink or something.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah?
What kind of night you trying to have?
I don't know, I'm just trying to go out. I've seen your little IG stories. 3 Saturdays from now, I'm off. You don't even believe me. Text Mary. You have a witness.
Wait, you trying to have a night?
Yeah, I am.
Because you know I want to know the mess.
That's what I'm saying.
And you know if she coming, girl, that she gonna be.
Oh, Sydney's finally letting it snap a little bit. Getting it chill.
Well, all these folks have been just in a pressure cooker.
Yeah.
I talked to Shlee and I feel better. You feeling good about going?
And where are we going?
I believe to a sleepover tonight.
Oh, so we going to sleepovers. I don't remember giving you any kind of permission.
Oh.
Is it Shlee's mama? Okay.
Look at Sid. Yeah.
Look at y'all being all buddy.
I think you should work wherever you want, even if it's scary. You're a good cook.
Did that just seal the deal
Well,
with the bear?
I think either way is scary, you know?
Either way, yeah, it is. But of course, we wanted to stare at the bear.
I need a break from that.
Oh
no. Oh no, not that. Listen, I didn't do anything that your potato salad hasn't done to me. Garbage salad.
Garbage salad.
3 Saturdays, right?
3 Saturdays.
And you, if you think you're going to the sleepover, you better hurry up. And you got to eat my garbage.
No.
Chicago staple. Bye. Hurry up.
Good to see Sid get to relax a little bit after that conversation with anybody who would listen.
At least on camera, that's the first in-depth kind of conversation she gave.
Chantel, Pete,
Carmy.
Wrong call, worse.
Wrong.
Back 7 under control. Some sort of issue with the restaurant, not good.
That's fine.
Have you checked out the partner agreement yet?
That's
This is how they're going to leave us.
That's the
God
chaos
damn it.
per day.
Oh, she ignored them and called Sharpio.
Shapiro,
whatever.
Listen, I was just calling if you wanted to go over like some paperwork.
Absolutely. Incredible. I'm so excited.
Yeah, okay, me too.
All right, we'll stop by the new spot. I'm here.
Yes, I will see you soon. Okay.
What?
Well, having the 8 text messages, hey, something's wrong, it's good, it's covered.
Yeah,
no,
and
it's
it's
just like
not
a reminder of
the chaos.
Yeah, but Carmy made the... there goes her tooth.
Yeah.
But Carmy made a probably a massive change that favors Sid.
But she doesn't know that.
I know. Why would she
Yeah.
check that out? Man.
We may never know.
Interesting.
Yeah. Again, with this episode with Shapiro, it was interesting because, they let in with him. Now, I'm kind of conflicted on 2 points. One, they said he's essentially got a lot of financial backing, and that's what is kind of has me conflicted with everything that he's trying to do here. Like, I'm worried, is he trying to be too big and trying to do too many things and trying to offer too many things, and that's going to eventually sink him? Because, we've seen the stories about, different restaurants that try to do different things. They maybe try to do something that's a little out of the ordinary and something that's different, and it doesn't work. And I thought that's where we're going, but I don't think that's what it is, because, he mentioned again the financial backing. I think this is like literally Sid's being handed the keys to a Mercedes if she wants it. And everything is going to be perfect. She's going to run it. They've got everything they need. He's had people coming in, making all the changes. So I think that's at least the way I'm taking what they're trying to convey with what Shapiro's offering versus the chaos that she has back at the Bear. And look, you said it, Diamond Dave. This is the first person that she's been able to talk to about all of this. And look, Sid was a totally different person in this episode. Of
course.
1,000% different. She was, able.
She was by her cousin.
She was by her cousin. She got to relax a little bit. She was having something done for her. She was kind of treating herself a little bit, getting her hair done and everything. And she's been going, so much trying to do things for other people, not just the restaurant, but, her employees and with Carmy and everybody else. And finally she got to have something that was for her. And again, she was weighing the options back and forth. That was a lot of fun to see. And of course, a child giving the input that a child would give. Well, they got free pizza. That's the one you go to.
Well, there was a lot of hot keywords for children to just be like pizza,
video games,
stinky,
giving you the credit card. You can do whatever you want. Buy as much pizza and video games as you want. So, I mean, yeah, that was pretty wild. And sometimes, we've talked about it on the channel before, whether it's on screen or off, when we're trying to figure out maybe what did we see? Did we look too much into it? Sometimes the answer is right in front of you and it's that obvious. Like sometimes there is no misdirection or whatever, and sometimes the obvious choice is the right one. And I'm wondering, is that what we're getting? Like, we were seeing where the Bear is going. They gave us that last episode. Whether or not Jimmy was selling his house because of the Bear kind of remains to be seen a little bit. I lean towards thinking maybe it is, but you're going from that level of chaos with mixed in her having the scallop when she made it, and it was just the way that she wanted to do it, and that was that calm, and they even had the music for us. So yeah, I mean, it's like, are you gonna go take on the challenge that you currently have, or are you gonna start over? And I didn't expect Sid to call Shapiro and be like, yeah, let's go over paperwork. That was a huge surprise for me.
Yeah, look, this episode was a lot of fun. I like the episodes where they give us more insight to the characters. And I think that's one of the things that really sets this show apart from everything else, is the character development that we've gotten. And obviously Sid being one of the main characters. So to have, another episode that's just focused on her and really focused on, where she's at with this decision-making. It's, obviously they left us off the last episode with, Carmy saying he wanted to switch the partnership language, and I'm guessing with everything going on, that was to afford Sid a larger piece of the partnership. But as we said, she doesn't know that. Now, that being said, she's just going to go and sit down with Shapiro. And look, at the end of the day, if she sits down with Shapiro and says yes and does a handshake and goes to Carmy and he says, hey, there's this thing I got to talk to you about, and they have their discussion, then that's not to say that she couldn't go back to Shapiro and say, hey, look, I changed my mind, right? But she's definitely in a complicated situation, and it's tough because it feels like she doesn't have that many people to talk to.
No,
she'd
be saying bye to all those
people.
and
look, and when her cousin was doing her hair, that felt more like almost like I don't want to talk about work time. Like I just want to hang out with my cousin and kind of BS. And it was interesting that with with TJ, that's who she really started, opening up to, and you heard her frustrations, her concerns. But for me, most of all, just uncertainty. And I think that's very relatable. It's real. And look, anybody who's left a good job to go take another one, it's a lot, and it's a big
jump because you're leaving.
It's a big jump, a big decision
situation, depending on the situation.
And let's not forget, this isn't like Sid's working at your regular run-of-the-mill W-2 factory where if she leaves, it's not going to matter. They'll have her replaced the next day with somebody else. You're just a cog in the machine. That's not the case here. She's integral to the Bear.
These guys know, and I'll keep this quick, but I was working for the Mr. Olympia for a while, and when you're in the fitness industry like the Mr. Olympia, like, oh God, I never thought I'd work for, and then I got a job offer from the Arnold Classic and doing some promotional work for a beverage company. And that was a huge jump. I had it really good at the Mr. Olympia. They paid me well. The benefits were absolutely insane. And, but when you get a chance to work for Arnold, it's kind of, of a different level. And it was just a change of direction for me. And it was really scary. It was a huge shift for me. It was shortly after I had my little guy, so at a time in my life where financial and job certainties are like, look, that's a tough spot, and one thing that I've talked about this show is there's so many relatable situations. But I don't think I'm unique in this spot. I think there's a lot of people, even if it's not some massive dream job like, Sid has, even just switching work from the familiar and the kind of sure thing to something that's new and exciting, but you have a lot of uncertainties. That's tough. But the thing, again, that was really relatable is that the relationships you make at work, right? Mm-hmm. And that's a tough thing about leaving. And she's in a unique situation where she's in a leadership role at that place. And I think a lot of people at the Bear look to her to kind of be the voice of reason when there's all the craziness going on with Carmy and Richie and stuff like that. So it's not just like, oh, hey, you're leaving to go take this new job opportunity. It's you're also stepping out. And is there going to be more unchecked chaos?
That leaves a massive hole.
Is there going to be more unchecked chaos in the kitchen if she's gone? And now you got to have somebody else new come in, or Carmy runs it all by himself. So,
and she's thinking about all that. I mean, she does have a level of, I don't think it's guilt, but it's concern for what's going to happen to the Bear if she leaves and what's going to happen to all those people.
Well, yeah, she said in there, right? If she leaves, people will be hurt. But I think she knows too that she leaves, it's going to be a very big hole in the Bear. Now that'll put Carmy in a spot because I feel like Carmy right now is just figuring it out. Like, all right, Sid's good here. Marcus is good there. Ibra is great over here. Richie is on top of it. Tina's doing great, right? Everyone's doing great. And he's just now realizing that, which I think, just judging by that, have you seen the agreement, Carmy and everything? Mm-hmm. I'm almost wondering if he's writing himself out now and just says, hey, I'll be a manager for you. You run the joint. Yeah. And that's how that's going to be now, because why else would we be in this position if he's not going to give her the keys to a Mercedes, so to speak?
Right.
Well, I mean, I think, we've talked about this before too. Maybe Carmy's in a spot where he's like, I lost the enjoyment that I had for cooking once I became a business owner, and Sid wants more. Look, do I think he's going to completely relinquish his ownership part? I don't know that that's going to happen, but maybe even just split it to the point. Split it to the point. Diamond Dave.
Hold on,
just pulled back.
Paul's done the text messages now. Carmy, I'll see it. Some sort of issue with the restaurant, not good. Hour later, facts have it under control. Wrong call.
Worse.
No, actually, it's fine. Pete, have you checked out the partnership agreement yet?
And Chantel to you and Mary. I mean, so that's a lot. And that text chain is kind of representative of, the day-to-day operations at the Bear. But look, the fact that she's going to sit down with Shapiro and go over things, I think says that she hasn't really made up her mind. I think she probably wants to sit down because look, he was a lot this episode, right?
Yeah.
Like
He threw a lot at her.
He's a
It was
lot.
like, you.
Well, he's a lot.
Were you a little taken aback by like, is this guy going a little too much? Because that's how I felt
during
until
that-
I remembered how much money he has behind him.
Well, and so look, when she was like, "Hey, I'm getting my hair done," what does it take? Hour, 2 hours? Want to come by before? Like, just let her breathe a little, dude.
Well, he has let her. In fairness to him,
he has let her take
a lot of breath.
Yeah, and then when I
Because he needs to
thought
make
she
some
was,
moves.
I thought she was, oh, I got to get my hair done. Kind of I'm washing my hair, but she actually did. But as far as him going too big, no, I think, look, with his spot at Ever and the fact that he's, got the financial backing.
It's not Ever. It's a different spot.
Or excuse me.
But he has the backers from
the
Ever.
back. Yeah, that's what I meant.
yeah.
The backers from Ever.
That space was enormous.
Yeah, that's an enormous space for a restaurant. And it just looked with the roof, it just looked like an expensive
Yeah, because
space.
they shot that to make it seem. Because remember
Huge, the
how claustrophobic the bear always was in those episodes, as opposed to
the
this.
wood
It's a
beams
friggin'
in the
barn.
ceiling. Yeah, it's basically looks like a barn with skylights
warehouse or
just
something.
Just
That's,
ridge.
that's in the back for sure. But
The whole ridge is just skylights and stuff like that. You know what I did find to be interesting, and I'm wondering what the writer's intention was with how small the office was for that building. Because he was like,
That was small.
He's like, this is going to be our office.
The door
And
could
like,
barely open.
And it's like, okay, like you're so passionate about obviously the restaurant side of things. And look, Shapiro's super passionate and I can appreciate that. But I think like the office thing is like, is it an oversight? Like, because he wasn't like running the last restaurant, right?
Yeah.
Like he was the chef. And the small office to me makes me wonder if that was the writer's way to show like maybe there's some oversight as to how much goes into the business end.
Right.
Of things.
He's focusing on the fun stuff, the food, not the business
focusing
end.
so much on I want to have this for the restaurant and this for the restaurant.
This
It's
massive stone
dude, you're still
fireplace.
running a business. There wasn't even room in there for a printer. Now, granted, hey, you're probably like, oh, you old fuck, like who needs a printer anymore?
Yeah.
But I mean, there was like no office space in there. You barely could fit 2 chairs in there. 2 people couldn't sit down in there and have a discussion. An idea board, all sorts of stuff that you might want in an office for a restaurant, you don't have in there. And that's kind of what I interpreted it as, is that he's that is tiny. It's a closet. It's not an office.
Yeah, that was part of my, like I said, I don't know, call it spidey senses or whatever, but just something about this place doesn't feel right to me. And
Well, I think, again, I think
it's almost like a too good to be true.
Well, I think
kind
the
of thing,
size of it versus the office thing was, hey, I'm so passionate about the food. Maybe I'm not thinking about the business side, and maybe she's wondering, okay, that's where I'm at right now. You had Carmy, one of the best chefs in the whole world. You figure this would work, but the business side of things is where it becomes tricky. Look, I'm sure if for the chefs, it's like that's what's exciting is making the food. That's what they're passionate about, right? Who's really passionate about running the business side of a restaurant?
Paperwork, making sure people get paid, everything else.
Orders, invoices, payments, stuff like that.
Health insurance and everything.
It's harder to be passionate about that, and I think maybe she's going to have second guesses there. Like, okay, was it going to get to another spot? But to your point, it's tough too, because he said he has the money backers from Ever, but it's like, look at the bear, and they're like, so the last episode, hey, we're 3/4 full tonight. It's like, 3/4 full, not great when they're talking about, they were trying to get more people in. Remember a handful of episodes they were talking about overbooking and stuff like
how
that.
big the bear is. I mean, this place you could fit half the
huge and
half Soldier Field in there.
But the restaurant style, I think, makes a big difference too. It's like versus, are you going to go to some fancy small restaurant? Or are you having, and this is not to say he's not going to have some place, but where it's a little bit more casual dining with maybe a broader menu, because the fact that he's talking about having pizza there is that alone, like
stone-fired pizza.
He wants to have stone-fired
So
pizza.
good.
So it's not the type of restaurant that the Bear is.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like, hey, we're going to have a broader menu. It's going to be maybe more of a family place, maybe a little bit more affordable meals. And in that case, you have a big restaurant. That's a different story, but
It's a whole different business.
This was just another great episode. And it's crazy how different vibe every episode has, right? Like you have some where they're like super heavy emotionally, and you have somewhere it's like, oh man, let's such happy vibes and things are meshing and we're in a good spot. We get some levity with the facts, and then like now it's just like all about Sid and where she's at, and the kind of the last thing I want to say, which I found was funny about her talking to TJ, was it's that whole, we're always better at giving advice to other people about their situations than we are making our own decisions or even taking our own advice. And that goes for work, that goes for relationships, that goes for everything. It's like if you came to me and said, hey, this is my situation, what should I do? Be like, well, let's look at objectively and this and this and this. But if I was in the exact same spot, I'd be like, I don't know what to do, because it's different. It's you.
Yeah, when you're emotionally connected to it. And to piggy off that, Sid hasn't talked to anybody about this, not even her dad, because they showed that her dad leaving the message in the previous, I think it was the previous episode, maybe it was one before that.
The previous one, yeah.
Previous one.
Yeah, where he just left the voicemail. It's like Sid has all this in her head and she can't talk to anybody from work about it. So, she only has her.
It goes back to what you were saying, though. How come no one has asked her?
Right. Why has nobody asked her what's going on? Yeah,
you haven't signed yet? What in here doesn't click or connect with you yet? But she has been trying real hard when anyone brings it up to not say anything or really just deflect as much as possible from it.
Well, let's not forget, she was not signing before the offer from Shapiro came in. So it wasn't like at the same time they presented her this, she has some other option. I mean, she was hesitant just to sign, period. So.
This was an interesting episode because we got to see finally like a wrap up of where her head is at. And it was mainly because of that conversation in the kitchen. So I'm glad that finally happened, even though you could definitely put the pieces to the puzzle together. But man, I'm really looking forward to seeing what that revision of the partner agreement was now. And I'm wondering if we're going to get some follow up on those text messages because something happened at the restaurant. And is she serious? Is she just in the moment now? But then when she starts talking with the agreement, is it one of those things where you're making this out to be way too good, and I'm just going to revert back. I want to stay at the Bear because, like that line that Whoopi said there, do you want to work here or do you want to live?
Yeah, or live. Yeah.
So to me, the Bear is you living. Now, granted, you could flip flop this too, but to me, the Bear is living. Shapiro is where you work. Even though he is making it, this is your kingdom.
Yeah,
that's what you need.
That's what's tricky. It's like is Shapiro's going to consume her the way the Bear consumes her, and I think that's kind of going to be the balance.
Well, the starting over process. Let's not forget about that as well.
Huge.
I mean, she walks into a warehouse that's empty, right? I mean, they have a kitchen space, and let's do this. This is going to go over here. This is going to go over here, but it's like she's got to start all over again. And what's the time frame before they actually?
I think the last episode left off around 500 hours. So technically, if we
what's the time frame before this new one opens? And as she remembered, she had to take some deferred patient on the Bear. Well, dude, you got construction like that, it could be a few months before they get open.
Because of TV World,
right. Well, as soon in this, but I mean, as far as like, hey, we're gonna throw deferred pay at me again, or is part of the money that you have coming in take into consideration that you have to have, look, obviously you need money for contractors, but are the people that you bring on board that have to leave their other jobs? Because it's not like you reach out and hire a waiter or somebody and say, oh, hey, we're going to open in 3 months,
he
now.
He made it sound like the day one, $80K, and then we're getting these health benefits. Like whatever he said, that made it sound like day one, here's this.
Day one from you signing on, or day one from when this place opens and actually pulling in revenue?
And either way, from Sid's standpoint, I think this is good because she's going to Shapiro's. She's going to hear the offer. Look, he needs to get an answer from her one way or the other very soon. Like you said, he's been very forgiving with giving her the time to figure this out. And I think that speaks to a lot of Sid's reputation of how good she is.
Well, the other thing that I was thinking about is, like, do you think, so they made a point of showing with the restaurant, was it who owned Ever? The woman,
Chef
Terry.
Yeah.
Chef Terry. They made a point of talking about how everybody that worked under her had kind of gone in their own directions and started their new things, which was interesting. And the time frame of when Sid has been with the Bear, or the original Chicagoland beef and the Bear, is still relatively short. And you wonder if at this point she's been there a short enough period of time where is Carmy going to be like, hey, I taught you, now you're on to new things? Or is he going to be like, hey, we put all this money, we offered you a partnership. We were doing this, you learned under me and, now you're leaving right away.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's not like, if she was a partner and a part owner and, the chef at the Bear, yes, she has more, it sounds like she's going to be more involved in making decisions at the new place, but it's not like a total vertical move for her. So I wonder if she does leave, is Carmy going to be like, look, I feel like he'll be the kind of guy who says, hey, best of luck. I hope nothing but the best for you. But is there that, hey, I kind of trained you up to be in this spot. Now we're just getting rolling and you're leaving for another place.
10 grand?
Yeah. So
yeah, we shall see.
Yeah, sorry folks, I had to look up the clock. So the kitchen, the clock in the kitchen serves as a direct symbolic contrast to numerous relentless ticking clocks in the restaurant. Okay, I got that now. That makes more sense because it's like there's the deeper meaning here.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm just not seeing.
Yeah, not everybody
thinking of.
Well, you know what? God, it's really interesting. Yeah, I had said that.
Well, and just the way her cousin was out, I ran into this person. I stopped and bought some Adidas.
That's what I was just gonna say. Is the pressure? It's like go because in there. Well, I'm glad you looked that up because now, like just right now in that moment, it's like, okay, think about it. The restaurant, they have a countdown timer. They have timers for every single meal. They have the every second count sign. And here she is. You know what? This thing's flashing 12. Has a conversation with TJ. Just looking in the cabinets, nothing. They go to 2 different stores to get their stuff. They come back. She's just having a conversation with TJ, obviously taking some hamburger helper and putting her own spin on it. And it's kind of back to her being able to just cook, do what she's good at without all the pressure and everything. And it's such a big contrast. But on the flip side of that, like the new restaurant, is it going to be the way it is with Richie and Carmy? You would hope not, but is there going to be pressure? I would say absolutely.
Yeah.
So
because it's still a restaurant and it's still taking place in the time frame when it does.
Maybe it's not so much the contrast of the way things are, necessarily at the Bear, but just the restaurant business as a whole. Look, it's a unique business, and I don't know if you guys ever did a waiter. For me, it was just TGI Fridays, but when you go in and it starts getting busy, it's go, go, go.
Oh, I worked at the King.
I mean,
Pizza Hut.
Yeah. I mean, it's and obviously, guys, I know that's drastically different. But we had a busy time Fridays. On a Friday or Saturday night, basically from 5 p.m. until 9 p.m. You were go, 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 go. And they were open till like 11 or whatever, and it would slow down. But yeah, I mean,
now there's a world where that's not the case with jobs,
and certainly perfection at TGI Fridays wasn't at the top of the list.
Yeah, you put enough butter on a steak, it's going to be good.
Yeah. So, but another great episode. How many we have in this season?
There's 10.
The 10. So
yeah, with
almost halfway through.
Yeah, but with this too, I'm curious to see So the clock thing has me kind of going there too. Just the whole thing of seeing Sid with TJ, seeing her with her cousin, doing the whole 3 weeks where we're going out and having fun. I'm wondering if that's going to hold up and if we're going to get a follow-up on that, because it highlights again how busy everybody is here and putting their heart and soul into this business. Now,
how many hours is 3 weeks?
I don't know. We'll look at that later. Just to take your 40-hour work week.
Because I'm thinking, the 500 countdown.
Yeah, well, 100 just work week is 120 for 3 weeks.
But they're working more than 40, so
they're working more than 40. But with one again, seeing if there's a follow up on that. 2,
504 hours total in 21 days. So that's right at the clock.
Real close. With her really pinpointing the starting over, I do understand that, but let's just say the worst case scenario here is that, which there's a season 5, so unless something happens, they keep the clock running into season 5, I'm assuming something good happens here. But let's just say the clock runs out, she's going to be starting over anyway.
Regardless.
So I do not blame her if she ends up really for sure signing her name on Shapiro's offer, or if she sticks it out with the Bear, because she has a love for this place. I don't know if she'll have the same love at the Shapiro.
Do you guys think, I'm just calculating this, do you guys think, now looking back on the last episode, that maybe the reason that Jimmy was selling the house and said him and Computer has a plan was a backup plan to if the restaurant wasn't necessarily in the red by that time? Like, okay, because they said originally, look, if you're in the red at this time, we got to cut it. That's it. And maybe behind the scenes, it's like, hey, the beef's making money. We're growing. Okay. Or if the progress is like this and we're not quite there yet, but there's obvious huge progress,
Right.
do you still throw in the towel?
You just
at
need
that
a
time?
little bit more cash to get over that
Or is
hump.
Jimmy saying because look, at the end of the day, Jimmy's, he's calling the shots. So is he selling, look, if I can sell my house and get a quick, I don't know, $500,000 cash or whatever. Yeah. Who knows what he would owe in it, but I don't know. That just had me thinking with the time and the clocks and everything like that.
We haven't really seen, all we see is a red line.
Yeah.
So we really don't know where these numbers are, in fairness,
Yeah.
because maybe the line's here and we're just right here. We don't know.
Yeah.
Because I thought at the last
had
of the
was
end
the-
when it was down, I thought it leveled off two episodes
Well, it
ago.
came down, but then we saw it kind of stabilize. But again, we don't. We don't know if this is the break point, and we're just like right there.
Right.
They
or is
haven't
it
shown
that
any
far?
numbers, so
Yeah,
that's
because all we had was that convo with Rob Reiner, and he was impressed with the numbers that the sandwiches were
Oh, that
pulling in.
again. That's another thing. We could, just gotta. We just have to.
Yeah.
We just have to watch the rest of
Yeah,
it.
we just got to watch the rest
Got
of
to
it.
get
but-
to it. So we'll see. Folks, what an episode this was. Hopefully see you back here for the next one. So for Diamond Dave Damone, that's the Appleton Oak. I'm Mason Quinn. This is Bad Medicine. That was the Bear. Whew, see you back on the next one.